Hi everyone! So today I have a vintage lot to share with you all. We're gonna do some cleaning, some minor restoration, nothing like super major or anything. And it's gonna be quite casual just because I'm not gonna, try to do any major transformations or anything like that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you all first what is in the lot. This doll is actually the doll that I'm most excited for. This is a TNT Barbie, twist and turn, and she has, I'm honestly not sure about her hair color. It's like an ash or like a gray, and I don't know. So you can see it's kind of like an ashy blonde, but I feel like it's like a silver. It's like a silver color. I don't know what this hair color is, but I do have a book that does mention TNT hair colors, so I do want to take a look at that for a second. So this is the book that I'm going to be referencing. It was gifted to me by a dear friend. So yeah, it does mention some TNT colors. Let me see if I can find some information. Okay, so it says that the 4 original hair colors were Summer Sand, Go Go Cocoa, Sun Kissed, and Chocolate Bonbon. So here's a little picture of the 4 of them. But I think with age, a lot of them did change color. So there is a theory, well, I don't know if it's true, but there's a theory that the redheads weren't actually originally red, they just oxidized that color. So you can see this whole page has all the red TNTs. And I actually do have a redhead. I found her at a flea market. Let me go grab her. This is my redhead TNT. Super pretty. I really love this hair color. But I can definitely see how this probably oxidized into this color, but we're not 100% sure. Okay, so this says that it originally came in 4 hair colors, and there are now approximately 10 hair shades for twist and turn and standard Barbie. So the hair on the dolls would change to colors like red, silvery lilac, or black cherry. And I guess, yeah, so it's interesting because it does say that they have some evidence here. It says, in the photos, they have an untouched Titian TNT never removed from box in her trade-in box. So the box actually states that she's an ash blonde. So yeah, that is kind of evidence that the hair has oxidized. So it doesn't seem like Mattel ever really released any red-headed dolls originally. But yeah, so I'm not quite sure what hair color you would call this because it is on the like silvery gray side. The book mentioned the silvery lilac. I don't know, I don't really see lilac in this, but yeah. If you know what hair color this is, please let me know. So yeah, I'm gonna turn the camera around so that we can see the rest of what I got. So here is the case that it came with. For this lot, I paid $70. It was a Facebook Marketplace listing. And I don't collect cases, and I think they take up a bunch of room, so this is the only vintage case that I have. And it is probably the only vintage case that I will have. So inside of it came the TNT that I showed you before. And then we have this talking Barbie. And she is on a bend leg Francie body. So she has been rebodied. A lot of the time these talking dolls are rebodied because the original talking bodies are very fragile and they just do not stand the test of time. So we have a Marlowe flip as well, and she seems to be in pretty good condition. I'm not seeing any missing hair plugs, and she does have some pricks in her feet, but that's okay. I don't mind them. And then we also have a sausage curl skipper. I haven't decided if I want to keep this skipper. I don't have, actually this is my first vintage skipper. Yeah. This is definitely my first vintage skipper. She is in good condition. She just needs to be cleaned up. Her dress is very cute, very pretty, but I just don't know if I want to collect vintage skipper because there's just so many more other things that I also want to collect. So, but we will definitely be cleaning her up. And then everything else in here is clothes and just kind of like bodies and body parts. So here we have a Barbie midge body that is missing an arm. Yeah, it's a straight leg body. And then we have a Francie hollow body. It's missing, this is missing arms and legs. And then a Malibu Barbie body. And this one actually looks pretty good. It just needs some cleaning up. So in terms of clothes, we have a wire stand. That's awesome. These wire stands can get kind of expensive on the second-hand market, so it's really nice to have some of these extra. And then we have something for skipper. It's a petticoat. I'm not sure what the skipper stuff goes to be honest. I just haven't looked at a lot of skipper stuff. This is also skipper. Very dingy, but I'm sure this will clean up well. This material is kind of like a felt. Well, it's kind of like a brushed cotton maybe. It has a very soft, like fashion fabric. It has a very soft feeling to it. So yeah. And I believe this might also be skipper. It does have some ripping along the sides here. Has that metal zipper. I don't see the tag, but I'm gonna guess it's skipper. Then we have a quick curl Barbie dress. This one is in pretty poor condition. The fabric is fraying pretty badly. The color is very discolored. There's a rip in the back. But yeah, I probably will keep this. I think these types of dresses are really great to take apart and make patterns of, especially when it's, you know, it has this like giant rip here in the back, and the sleeves aren't very salvageable either. There's holes in it. So yeah, and this is a really pretty dress. I actually do really, really love this dress. So it would be really nice to make some patterns out of this. And then we have the Smasheroo shirt dress. This is a Mod fashion. And let's see if we have any more of the Smasheroo stuff. Oh, this is actually, yeah, this is the Smasheroo boot. And this is the coat. Oh, here's the other boot. And the stockings. So I think that I am missing the belt or the chain. I don't know what else I would be missing, but it's almost complete. That's pretty cool. So we've got a wig and this seems like a loose piece. And this kind of looks like it's from Hair Happenings Barbie, but I'm not 100% sure. This also looks like it's from Hair Happenings Barbie, but I could be wrong. And then we've got little underwear. This looks like tights for Skipper. And then this looks like it's from the Vintage Fashion Red Flare. And then we have a pearl necklace that is like looped into like a bow. And I have no idea who this belongs to. I have a feeling that it might be like Francie, maybe. And then we have a long vintage glove that looks like it might belong to this. So I am guessing this is probably Red Flame. And then we've got boots. These are flat, so it's possible that they are probably Skippers, like a Mod era Skipper. And then we have flats, also Skipper, and more flats. We've got a Barbie book, and it's talking about the new talking Barbie. Oh look, this is the case that I have, and it's also circled, which is interesting. Here it says, holds your dolls and their clothes and accessories, sturdy washable vinyl, beautifully decorated closet accessory pockets, hangers, handy molded carry handle. And then we have Barbie, Stacy, Barbie, Casey, Francie, and another Francie. So here, the Barbie and Francie are circled. I would love, honestly, like all of these. Extravaganza. Oh, it looks like they had marked Extravaganza. The one over here. And then they have Night Clouds, I think they checked. Jump Into, like I Jump Into Lace, that one's a fun one. And then here they're advertising the Twiggy doll. So yeah. So a lot of these dolls have discolored faces. A lot of the times these mod era dolls, their vinyls have discolored, which is super unfortunate because they're really pretty dolls, but the discoloring of the faces is just, it's really annoying. Like it really does, in the beginning it really deterred me from collecting a lot of these dolls because their faces are just so discolored and they look so, I don't know, it looks odd. But there are some methods that you can do to recolor them. So we're gonna go with the more safer method, which is denture tablets. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna leave them in the windowsill to see if that does anything. Jury's out on whether that actually makes a difference, but I just want to try it out. I mean, I've tried it out before and it does, I feel like it does make a difference, but it could also just be in my mind. But yeah, so anyway, we're just gonna leave them there. So they have been sitting in the solution for about a week now. It's 6 days to be exact. And I would have done it a little bit less, but I wasn't able to work on it until today. So a week is what it's at now. So let's go ahead and take a look at how they turned out. All right, so this is Talking Barbie, and she is actually quite pale. Yeah, so she's actually quite pale, which I think is pretty good. It's always good to, get the doll as light as possible so that you can add color back in. I'm noticing that this side of her cheek still has blush while this side is almost gone, so we'll have to fix that. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the classic TNT. Okay, so she is also quite pale. Yeah, so the body is quite pink and she is very pale in comparison. Yeah, I definitely noticed a big difference. So we'll be able to add color back in and get a really good color match for her. Her hair is looking pretty gray, honestly. And I can't really tell because it's wet right now, but I kind of do see some lavender in it. But that could just be me making things up. I don't know. I'm not very knowledgeable on TNT Barbies, especially when it comes to hair color. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take out the Marlowe Flip. And the Marlowe Flip also has gotten pretty pale. So we can add the color back in for her. And I am noticing that her eyelashes are pretty bad. So this will have to be, her eyelashes will have to be rerouted. I probably won't be doing it in this video just because it's my first time doing something like that. So I'll probably just save her for another video. And by the way, this method works best on mod dolls. I don't know that it works very well on like vintage era Barbie. So, and you also get very varied results. Sometimes it does work and sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it actually worked out really well. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add color back into them, and I am going to do the pan pastel method or the chalk pastel method. So let me go get my chalk pastels. So this isn't meant to be a tutorial. If you are interested in seeing a tutorial of how this is done, go ahead and check out Disney Barbie Girl's channel. Everything that I learned about this process with pan pastels is something that I've learned from her channel. So I can link the video, the specific video I watched. So if you're looking for a tutorial, go ahead and check that one out. So when I washed the pan pastels off, it actually just completely washed off because my colors were too light. I used these two colors and they were way too light. So I ended up intensifying the colors. So I did this like really bright pink and bright orange. And it looked really scary when it was on her face. I didn't film it, but I'll film it for when I do this one. But it looked really scary when I did her face, and then when I washed it off, it actually came out perfect. Like, look at that match. That's amazing. So you kind of see what I mean by she looks really scary. She's looking like a Dorito, but when it's washed off, I do a little bit of scrubbing too with like a toothbrush, it, you know, comes out the right color. So let me go ahead and wash her off. All right, I think that's looking really, really good in terms of a color match. Now I still need to fix her blush, but I'm gonna work on her hair first.